Banks Peninsula Farms are a group of 19 farmers united in their desire to grow the value of their strong wool. They believe that the quality of wool from their region sets them apart, but they're aiming to set even higher standards.
We've got a discussion group on Banks Peninsula called the Southern Bays Discussion Group. It was formed in 1990. We're a very close-knit bunch of about 20 farmers. Some of those farmers are come and gone. The nucleus of the group is well and truly there. About 8 years ago we started into benchmarking, which is comparing our annual accounts. Quite clearly over that 8 years we saw our wool returns declining quite quickly. We went from $6 down to currently at about $2. We're generally all Romneys or Perrindales on the peninsula, so we've got a fairly stable genetic base. And within our selection of rams, well, all the time I've been farming, wool's been right up there. I take a lot of pride in the wool I grow and also the weight of wool that I produce. So I want a ewe that's producing 5 Ks minimum. What we've done is we've unified our peninsula growers. We started off 19 shareholders, which was our discussion group. We're taking that out to ideally all of the 140 growers that live on the peninsula. Really it is wool that is only produced on the peninsula that can fit into any contracts. But we've unified the growers, we've put some money in the tin. Each grower has put up $2,500 initially. We've also sought a lot of outside funding, which we've been quite fortunate to get. And that's the two key parts. And we've connected with the market, and that's really through Wools of New Zealand. That's what the wider industry needs to do. We sat with the PG Dub boys and they said, look, Peninsula wool is regarded as the best of the best. Essentially it's a strong, white, bright fibre, well recognised by the industry, but we never got paid for it. I think the other part was at that stage, we also got very involved with Wool Industry Network, and through that got very close to John Perriam, and he really just reiterated what they did with the Merino model 15 years ago. When we went to the market the first time, we probably met with 12 or 14 manufacturers and retailers. We basically laid it on the line that we need $6 to get us back to sustainable returns and ideally growing from there. And they all said, yes, we can pay it, not a problem. And they basically said to us, you have to go home and fix the problem yourself. The problem is the way you actually sell your wool. So the selling system we currently work through, which is through merchants and exporters, and I'm not knocking those guys, they've got a part to play, but the auction system actually drives the price down, not up. So in effect, I look at my merino mates and the model that they've developed over the last 14 years with long-term contracts, and they actually write the price, they don't get told the price. These aren't shorn until July, August, but we're in a 6-month shearing program here. We're after a 3 to 4 inch width, which is what the market wants. But clearly they want a strong, bright white wool. And look, we've just had 260 mils of rain, so that's as wide as you're going to get it. Low VM, strong, so it's a good product to process, no black spot, and we're really hot on that. We cull anything with black fibre whatsoever, and I've already pushed my ram breeder to select against it. All of the manufacturers we've spoken to, particularly the ones that we're aligning to develop a contract, have told us they need a strong, bright white wool. New Zealand is well regarded for that. We produce about 30% of the crossbred clip in the world, and we are right up the top. If you want, in the top end carpets, they use mainly pastels and whites. So you need to start with a strong, bright white fibre to hold the dye. That's the key to it. The starting point is on-farm practices, so you've got good management, good animal husbandry. It fits around what we do on our farm under our current quality assurance programs with the meat industries, and we're all locked up into those, and wool is an extension of that now. I guess where we're starting from is animal welfare, social responsibility. It's all the boxes that are ticked on how we manage our farms, so that clearly to the market we're seen as be doing everything by the book. There was a real opportunity for, I guess, organic wool, and we know that there's a $1.50 premium on that wool currently. We're not organic, but we're as natural as possible, and we're probably the next level away from being organic. And one of the big attributes there for what we're promoting is our dip residue test and low use of pesticides. And we actually have developed a dipping regime that all our farmers use. We have a particular product that's organic, and we now all follow the same dipping program, so that and that wool goes through and is tested accordingly. It costs about $400 to have a dip residue test done. But we can stand behind our product now and say that because of our dipping program, our management programs, that will test up well. We're in Wool Partners wool store in Christchurch, really run under New Zealand Wool Handlers, which is a part of Wool Partners. This is where all wool's handled for mainly merino and all crossbred. It will come into here, trucked in at the owner's expense. It is tested. We back the test that is used to show exactly the quality of the product. So that tests for length, VM, yield, all of those tests. And then at the same time, we'll send it away for a dip residue test. And it's generally done on a random basis now because we know the guys are all adhering to our program. So we just do it on a random basis to see that we are ticking all the boxes.
Oh, it's pretty good. I mean, this time of year, of course, the wool is at its best as far as the colour's concerned. So, no, these are absolutely test beautifully. So, they should find a pretty good home.
In the last 4 years, I've got very close to the wool industry because of our BP connection. And about 18 months ago, I got involved with Wool Grower Holdings, which is the farmer cooperative that owns part of Wool Partners International. And then earlier this year, I got appointed to the board of Wool Partners International. So I carry those two hats alongside what I do with BP, and it's not because I've got any extra training or anything, it's probably more that I've got the determination and the energy to make sure this industry goes forwards.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.